Hey guys, what's up? It's VWS PiNNy here. This is my first YouTube video, and I'm trying to practice and get better at it, just behind the scenes, hopefully getting my voice loud enough, testing it all. I'm here today to introduce myself to the crowd. My name is Logan, and I've been playing since, July 2011. That's when I started Black Ops 1. The player that brought me into competitive gaming, like most people, it was Ross, and that was under his different name. That was when we were both starting competitive gaming. I think he started around the end of Modern Warfare 2. I picked up in Black Ops 1. So during July, I started off, doing pickup scrims. Actually, I mean, like, I didn't know too much. I didn't even know game battles existed. I was that, I was that primitive of a player. I didn't know shit. So when I started Black Ops 1, that was really all I did. It was basically me and Ross. And, Ross would always get me into pickup scrims with his teams on the off time that they weren't playing at GB. And after about a month and a half, I learned enough call-outs, and I got to be, well enough, and I learned a couple of people when I started my first GB team. I remember the first GB team I had, it was actually a doubles team. It wasn't a team ladder, but that didn't last long. We soon made a team ladder with my doubles partner. And this is all on PlayStation, keep in mind anyways, so moving along. Black Ops 1, that was pretty cool. Moving into Modern Warfare 3, more important. This is where a lot of my stuff happened. When I played Modern Warfare 3 from the beginning, that was from the PlayStation. So from November, when the game came out, I got on the PlayStation, and that came along pretty well. I played a lot of GBs with a lot of players. After improving as much as I did in Black Ops 1, it was much easier to find better players to play with, and it eventually all worked out in the end really nice. So, after about 3 months of doing that, it came around January. I decided, it's midterm exams, I gotta study, so I took a little bit of a break. I'd say about a month, till February. I got back on for, played February for a month. I found a quick team, but, it didn't really work out that well. It was more like the team I had, they were kind of like exiling me. They didn't really like my style of play, but they wouldn't tell me straight up, so I ended up wasting like 2 weeks trying to get attention from them, or an understanding of what's going on. And I won't name any names. That's just kind of it's a little bit low in my mind, but once March hit, I talked to Ross over Skype. He told me about his team on Xbox, and one thing wasn't working out with one player. He suggested I go buy an Xbox and I team with him. So about a week after that, he suggested that, I decided I'd go out, so I bought an Xbox from Best Buy, if that's not, I'm guaranteed that's in America. And, so after, I bought my Xbox in March, I got, all the specs, got my black wireless controller, went out, bought Modern Warfare 3, year of Xbox Live. And, I started teaming with Ross, and that was fun. I really enjoyed teaming with Ross. He, it was more like a friend to friend, with 2 other random players, or two other teams of 2. It was really fun. It was more like a casual team in the beginning, because we picked up a player that was one of Ross's friends. It was honestly really casual. There wasn't much. A lot of the goals or anything that we really wanted to do wasn't really progressive. It was more like, just play GB, if we can get 10-0, we'll be happy, and we'll be able to, keep our heads high with that alone. So, after about 2 weeks of that, I got a little bit of my mindset, and as leader, I decided that this team needed to be more progressive. So, I started eyeballing the players that were falling behind, and I decided, I gotta look at who's the weakest link. I gotta force them out, and I gotta keep this team going up. So I kept doing that, and that's what I did for about 2 months. I went through probably about 4 players as a leader, and we kept going, and we kept trying to get better and better and better. And it wasn't very fair to those players, but I mean, like, I really didn't have that much at the time. It was like me, Ross, and 2 random people. Like, at one point, one of the players we had was from Puerto Rico, and not understanding how bad that was at the time, It was pretty severe. Like, his connection was terrible, and he had like 16-inch TV. It wasn't fun. So anyways, we pushing along, and then eventually I met Carbon and Alvy. And that was great. Like, that team lasted a long time. I'd say about 4 or 5 months. And it really was progressive. That was when everyone was serious. That was really just progressive, and I really enjoyed that team all through Modern Warfare 3. I think at one point we played, you know, like 2 players from Newbury, Quantic X, and a pickup player. I think it was Midget King. I'm not sure if he was part of the roster. I really couldn't tell you. I'm not up to date on that. Anyways, so I mean, like, we played a lot of, you know, no serious teams, like full teams, but, you know, a couple pickup teams, and really boosted our confidence. It was pretty fun. You know, pushing the end around October of you know, 2012, it was more like tournaments and a lot of CGA S&D tournaments. Like, we really went over to S&D near the end. We didn't. The variant was sort of dying out, and like once there was a large tournament near the end of Modern Warfare 3. I can't remember which one it was, but it was after whichever large tournament it is. I'm sure you can tell yourselves. We went in, you know. That was the end. I mean, like, it was just S&D, S&D, S&D. That was really all we had in mind. It was somewhat fun. Modern Warfare 3 was generally a pretty cool S&D game, and it really took over for us. And as soon as Black Ops 2 came out, you know, the grind started. Right now, you know, in Black Ops 2, I mean, like, I went from Carbon and Alvy's team, and then that broke up after Fright Cup, and then Carbon decided he was gonna have his own team, and then for whatever reason that didn't work out with him. So then he remade a team, and he offered me a spot on his team with Ross, and I took the deal, and now I'm here where I am now. You know, that was you know, I really am happy with this team right now. It's very early. A team, like, I don't think it's been any more than a week that I've been teaming with them, so I'm really looking forward to the future. You know, MLG Dallas coming on the 15th, 17th of March, I'm pretty sure. I think that's going to be the first event we'll go to if everything goes well. This video is about to end, about 20 seconds. So, just briefly, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and, you know, please help retweet, you know, share it, give it a like, tell your friends, you know, put it on Facebook. I don't give a shit. You know, do your best to just get it out there. I'll see you guys later. Peace.